Breaking news. Please stand by for another C2C World News Now current event.
Entire career has been a testimony to American exceptionalism.
America must always lead on the world stage. If we don't,
she's been waxing lyrical about America in her latest bid to win voters, and she's published an article explaining why she views her country as exceptional.
America is indispensable in part because we have the greatest military in history, with the best troops, training and technology. America is also indispensable because of our network of alliances built up with decades of diplomacy. But with all of these advantages comes a responsibility. We need to continue leading the world.
And she's certainly not the first politician to push the idea.
American exceptionalism. My entire career has been a testimony to American exceptionalism.
America must always lead on the world stage. If we don't, no one else will.
The United States will maintain.
But despite the idea appealing so strongly to politicians, the concept of exceptionalism is one that stirs controversy.
I expect that we will continue to evaluate this.
Exceptionalism. The idea that a person, country or political system can be allowed to be different from, and perhaps better than, others. The idea of exceptionalism was first discussed in the works of the German philosopher-historians back in the 18th century. One consequence of it being, when you get a nation that feels that exceptional, you get a swelling of nationalism to go with it.
When she goes down that road about so-called American exceptionalism, what she's really trying to do is provide a rationale and an argument for U.S. hegemony and U.S. domination of the world. The United States is an exceptional nation. It's exceptional in its level of violence, particularly in terms of the founding of this so-called republic. It's exceptional in its level of racism, particularly towards black people. So yes, she is correct when she talks about U.S. exceptionalism. The problem is that she's looking through the wrong end of the telescope.
We spoke to Gary Byrne, a former Secret Service agent who spent 8 years guarding the Clintons during Bill's presidency, about Hillary's bid to become leader. And that's in the last edition of Sophie & Co., which you can watch later today on RT.
What I experienced in the 8 years that I protected them, and the inside information that I've seen while I protected them, the Clintons, both former President Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Mrs. Clinton, they basically run their campaign by throwing lies and accusations at the other candidate. She's not really running on her record because she can't. So she has to rely on that the person that she's running against has flaws. And every human being has flaws. And I think this is what you're seeing. It's certainly what I believe I'm seeing.
Well, Clinton's been accused of skirting transparency laws by using her private email for government matters. The FBI didn't find ground for criminal charges in the Clintons' personal email scandal. Why do you think they let this go?
What I heard the FBI director say was that if it was anybody else, if it was me when I was still working for the government, I would have been prosecuted and jailed. He basically let her go. And I think, and I don't know what the reason is, but what he did say, the FBI director did say, he said that Hillary Clinton lied to the American people 5 times, and that she was either incompetent or stupid. Nobody could have possibly had the experience that she supposedly has as First Lady, 8 years as a senator, and then Secretary of State, and not know how important it is to follow the classified information laws that we have.
This has been a C2C World News Now current event. Stay safe, everyone.